this newsletter is a local newsletter and it's for sale. We're going to use it as an example. We're going to break down exactly how you could start a local newsletter, how you could write it with AI in just minutes, and then spend the rest of your week growing it, monetizing it, using this as a lifestyle business, or growing up to something that's worth, 6K a year, six figures a year, I should say. So we have been through the sign up flow, how they're making money there. We've been through the newsletter, how they're probably writing with AI, how you could do it in just minutes, and how they are able to monetize this. Now, in this video, I want to show you the welcome email. So I'm batch creating all of this. So you're going to see that I just signed up to the welcome email a couple of minutes ago while I was making the previous video. So there's 2 videos in this series, and we've done a whole series on a different local newsletter in a different location as well. And the whole point is to show you what to do and what not to do. So I'm going to take you over to the welcome email now. It's quite an interesting one. It's short and sweet. There's a couple of things in there that I like, and a couple of things that I would really want you to be doing extra in order to get better results with your local newsletter. So let's have a look at that now. Okay, so this is the email that I received. I've just put it into bigger view so you guys can see it nice and easily. So the message is complete your next in SF subscription, which is quite a good subject line, because what we need is engagement. When somebody signs up to the newsletter, we need them to open it and we need them to engage with it, because otherwise what's going to happen is it could be marked as spam. And I would be worried about this newsletter actually, because it didn't go to my inbox, it went to my promotions tab and I had to go and find it. So that's a little bit of a red flag, because what can happen is if people don't engage enough with our emails from our newsletter, then we can get marked as spam, delivery rates go down, and then we can have all kinds of issues on the back end. So complete your next in SF subscription encourages people to open more than welcome or here's what you get or anything like that. So the fact that it needs completing, they're like, oh, I wanted to sign up, I don't think I'm signed up yet, so what is it that I need to do? So we can see that this is running on the Beehive domain. So let's have a look what we've got. We've got an image at the top, which I like, makes it look nice and smart. We've got the welcome. You've just unlocked access to a created list of exclusive events, private parties, and unforgettable experience in San Francisco. And that's what the newsletter is. It's weekly and it's curated top events to go to, private parties, things like that, aimed at people that live in the more affluent areas of San Francisco. So it's got from secret pop-ups to invite-only soirees. You'll be the first to know. So this is giving the value proposition of the newsletter. Next steps. Please reply to this email with your favorite restaurant or coffee spot. Now, this is good, but it can be better. I want you to do something different. Here's the problem. People are lazy, okay? They do not want to sit there and think about their favorite restaurant or coffee spots. And you will not get a very high reply rate. And you don't actually care what people write. What you need as the business owner who's running the newsletter is you need as many people to reply as possible, so your emails go into people's inbox and not into spam. Because if every week your message is going into spam, your newsletters, sorry, your emails, then people aren't opening them, and that's going to kill your open rates and your click-through rates. You do not want to get marked as spam. So you don't want to write this. It's good, but it's not as good as it could be. What you want to write instead is just ask people to reply with a phrase or a word. That's it. It could be as simple as I'm in, or let's go, or the word local, or the name of the place. You will get a much higher reply rate if you tell people exactly what to do. I know it sounds bonkers. I know it sounds stupid. People can't actually be bothered to tell you their favorite restaurant or coffee shop. They actually need to be told to type in just a particular word. Yes, they do. Honestly, they do. They won't do it otherwise. You will see a big difference if you just tell people to put it in a particular word or phrase. Newsletter, just tell them to write newsletter, just something that's easy to spell. Get them to do that. All right. Now, this second bit is also good. If you find the email in your spam or promotions folder, which is where I found it, please move it to your primary folder. People don't do that. They're lazy. They can't be bothered to just do one little thing. So this is the key part here, to get people to reply to the email. And then you could start a conversation with them. I'd be replying back. That's what you should be doing. If somebody signs up and you say, reply to this email with the phrase, I'm in, I would be replying back to them and saying, hey, thank you so much for taking part, commenting. As a thank you, here are 3 places in the local area that are currently running discounts. And you don't need to set those discounts up. You just need to use ChatGPT to find the discounts for you. Or just start a conversation with them. Just be like, that's the time in that reply to them to ask for their favorite restaurant or coffee spot, or ask them what sports team they support, or give them just a choice. We're thinking of covering some restaurants soon. Do you prefer Mexican or Thai? Like, just make it really easy for people. You can get a couple of back and forth messages. First of all, they know you're a real person, and then on top of that, you get that back and forth on the email, you're less likely to go into spam. So this needs changing. You can leave in number 2. Nobody's going to do it. It's not going to do any harm. You want people to do the first one. Okay. Then the other thing I would have in here is I'd have some kind of offer. Okay. Something that is of value. And the reason for that is then when you're promoting the newsletter, you could get people to come in to get something from the welcome email. You're giving them some value straight away. Could be, a list of discounts, as I just mentioned. Could be some kind of a guide that you put together, but you want to over deliver. That's the point. Okay, maybe you know of a website in the local area that does discount sports tickets regularly. They do giveaways, or maybe you know of a website that's really good at helping you find cheap hotels in the local area. Not something you need to change regularly, but give value. That's the point that you want to do here. I like that it's short and sweet. It's not too long. What I would be doing is I would be putting the next steps at the beginning. I'd be having what to expect, and then in a different color font, I'd be writing, and a bit bigger, I'd be giving some additional value. Okay, that's how I would be setting out this welcome email. And then down here, want to get in front of the San Francisco audience. That's going to be so that they can be running ads. So people can apply to be running ads is my guess. We can open that up in a second. Have you got an event you'd love to see featured? Again, reply to this email. And then it just goes into the usual sign off for the Beehive email. So let's just open this up, see where this goes. Okay, so this has taken us to a Google form. Promote your business to over 65,000 San Francisco locals. Now we know that there are 9,000 on the list. So we haven't yet looked at the social media for this particular local newsletter, but I'm guessing this is a collection of places where your business will be promoted. So social media, the newsletter, and then maybe other assets that they got. They might have a directory, for example. A directory you can create very, very quickly with these new AI tools like Cursor, for example, Replit, and you can build a directory. We do this for local newsletters all the time, build them a directory really, really, really quickly. So that's my guess for that. But let's have a little look at this form, see what we've got to fill out. So we've got first name, last name, email, phone number, company name, budget that we get to choose from. I'd probably sort of put this down as like a little bit more of, just an indication if that's like monthly or quarterly, and how soon do you want to start advertising. So yeah, that's not bad. You could definitely copy these as your first initial questions if you're setting yourself up one of these forms. I do recommend doing this in your welcome email, and you can put it at the bottom of every single newsletter as well. It could just be one of those standard things that never moves from the bottom of your newsletter. So yeah, I like this. You can be doing this, and it's Google Forms, so it's free. It's very easy for you to do. So overall, not a bad welcome local newsletter email at all. Just a couple of things to change in order to make it a little bit more effective, and I'd probably make the advertising bit a little bit more obvious in this as well, because statistically your welcome email, as long as it's going to your inbox, not to spam, is the one that has the highest open rate. So if you want more business, more people advertising with you, then you might as well get that link in front of people in the most opened welcome email, so the most welcome email that you have for your newsletter. So the other thing we don't know yet, because I've only just signed up for this, is I'd have some kind of automation running in the background, which is like a 4-hour email, which means 4 hours after they signed up, there'll be some kind of email that's kind of like, hey, did you forget about us? Did you see the welcome email? Did you see the offer? Did you see the lead magnet? You know, that kind of stuff, just to get people to engage, you know, have the reminder, reply with let's go, so that you're in. Because when people sign up to things, they don't always have the time to interact with it. So yeah, 4-hour email, 4 hours after they've subscribed. You can do it with an automation. You need to do that within, I believe it's within the paid part of Beehive, but I'd have to double check to do that. But that's definitely worth doing as well. So you found this useful. We'll go back to this newsletter again. We're going to look at money and growth next time. How are they growing it? How are they making more money than we've seen so far? We'll see you in the next one.